Welcome back to Calm and Cozy Bedtime, everyone. I'm so grateful you're here with me tonight. Have you ever had one of those days where everything seems a little heavier, where the noise of life feels just a bit louder? Well, tonight, let's set all of that aside. Let's take a step into a world of quiet, of calm, of stillness. Picture this. A tranquil night train gliding effortlessly through a moonlit countryside. Its steady rhythm and gentle hum will be your lullaby, guiding you toward a peaceful, rejuvenating slumber. Take a moment to settle in. Find your perfect spot. Adjust your pillows. Maybe wrap yourself in a soft blanket. Let your body relax into the comfort around you. Now, close your eyes. Picture yourself seated in a plush cabin, the gentle sway of the train lulling you into a serene state. Outside the window, stars scatter across a deep navy sky, their light dancing over rolling hills and quiet forests. This moment is yours, a sacred pause from the chaos of the day. Let go of the tension in your shoulders. Release the weight of your thoughts. With every slow, deep breath, feel yourself sinking deeper into relaxation. Can you hear it now? The soft whistle of the train as it calls you, beckoning you to escape. Tonight, together, we'll embark on this journey, leaving behind all that doesn't serve you. We'll drift into the rhythm of the tracks, the stillness of the night, and the comfort of knowing this space is just for you. Stay with me, and let's begin this journey to serenity together. Imagine stepping into a quaint, picturesque train station nestled deep in the countryside, a place that feels like it belongs to another era. The air is crisp and cool, carrying with it the earthy, soothing aroma of pine needles and damp soil, as though the night itself is breathing softly. Overhead, the night sky is a masterpiece of deep indigo, speckled with countless stars that seem to twinkle just for you. Their gentle glow bathes the scene in a quiet magic, creating an atmosphere of tranquility and wonder. The station itself is simple yet inviting. Golden light spills warmly from the windows of the waiting room, pooling softly onto the platform and casting long, gentle shadows. The light's glow feels like a silent promise of comfort amidst the cool stillness of the night. Around you, a handful of fellow travelers dot the platform. Their figures, illuminated by the soft glow of vintage station lamps, are cloaked in an air of quiet anticipation. A man with a scarf wrapped snugly around his neck holds a steaming mug, its vapor curling into the night air. A young couple sits on a bench, their faces turned upward toward the stars, sharing a quiet laugh. Nearby, a woman adjusts her coat, pulling it closer as her breath forms faint clouds in the chill. There's no rush here, only a serene sense of expectancy, a peaceful excitement for the journey that awaits. In the distance you hear it, the faint, rhythmic hum of an approaching train. The sound grows steadily louder, its deep, resonant tones blending into the natural quiet of the countryside. You feel a thrill rise within you, a quiet mix of nostalgia and adventure. It's a feeling that reminds you of childhood dreams and the allure of the unknown. A train arriving to carry you away into the heart of the night, and then it appears. The train glides into view, its sleek form cutting through the darkness like a gentle whisper. With a soft whoosh, it slows to a halt, the sound of its brakes releasing a soothing hiss. The doors slide open with a welcoming invitation, as if beckoning you to step aboard and leave the world behind. As you ascend the steps, a wave of comforting warmth greets you. The train's interior feels like stepping into another realm, a space designed for relaxation and introspection. The chill of the night outside fades instantly, replaced by the soft embrace of golden, dim lighting. Plush, upholstered seats line the carriage, their inviting texture hinting at hours of comfort ahead. The walls are adorned with elegant, understated patterns that evoke a sense of nostalgia, a nod to the charm of yesteryears. Small lamps fixed near each seat glow warmly, casting soft pools of light that make the carriage feel cozy and intimate. The faint hum of the engine vibrates gently beneath your feet, a steady rhythm that promises a smooth and serene journey. You take a slow walk down the aisle, absorbing every detail. The window panes reflect the dim interior, while simultaneously offering glimpses of the starlit countryside beyond. Other passengers settle into their seats, their quiet movements adding to the atmosphere of calm. A woman adjusts her blanket and reclines slightly, her eyes already closing in contentment. A child clutches a small teddy bear, their face alight with wonder as they peer out at the moving landscape. Finally, you find your seat, a perfectly positioned spot by the window. Sliding into the cushioned chair, you exhale deeply. The world outside feels distant now, and a sense of ease washes over you. Resting your head against the seat, you take in the gentle sway of the carriage, the muted chatter of fellow passengers, and the faint rustle of a book's pages being turned somewhere nearby. Outside, the train begins to move, gliding effortlessly into the night. The platform slowly disappears, replaced by the rolling hills and shadowed forests of the countryside. The rhythmic clatter of the wheels on the track becomes a soothing melody, blending seamlessly with the tranquility of the journey. In this moment, nothing else matters. You're cocooned in comfort, cradled by the gentle motion of the train, and carried forward into a world of calm and serenity. The journey has just begun, and with each passing mile, the noise of the day fades further into the background, leaving only peace and stillness in its wake. The rhythmic hum of the train's engine forms a serene backdrop, its sound mingling with the steady sway of the carriage. Together, they create a cocoon of tranquility that feels as though it has always existed. Each vibration underfoot, each gentle click of the wheels against the tracks, seems to whisper an invitation. Let go, breathe, and simply be. Outside your window, the world begins to shift. The countryside unfolds like a living canvas, brushed with the cool tones of moonlight and softened shadows. Tall trees line the horizon, their silhouettes reaching skyward as guardians of the land. The stars, scattered like jewels, glimmer against the velvet darkness of the sky, their brilliance undimmed by city lights. Every detail beyond the window feels alive, timeless, and yet perfectly still, an eternal moment captured in the journey's rhythm. The train stirs with a subtle jolt, marking its departure from the quiet station. Its initial movements are almost imperceptible, as though it hesitates to disturb the peace of the platform. Gradually, the pace quickens, the station lights receding into the distance. Their warm glow, so comforting just moments ago, dissolves into the night, replaced by the open expanse of the countryside. You sit back and take it all in, the feeling of motion, the transformation of the world outside. Fields stretch endlessly, their textures muted yet ethereal under the moon's silvery touch. Occasionally, a solitary house appears in the distance, its lit windows glowing softly like tiny beacons. These glimpses of life are fleeting, each one a vignette that disappears as quickly as it came, leaving only the quiet rolling hills and forests in their wake. The rhythmic chug of the train becomes a melody, a timeless refrain that stirs something deep within you. It's more than sound, it's a feeling, a connection to something unspoken yet familiar. The cadence harmonizes with the gentle sway of the carriage, the motion rocking you as if in a cradle. Each moment on the train feels deliberate, as though it exists solely to draw you deeper into a state of calm. Leaning back into your seat, you feel the embrace of the plush upholstery. The cabin is warm, its dim golden light spilling softly across the polished surfaces and upholstered seats. The atmosphere is quiet, save for the occasional murmur of conversation or the soft rustle of a page being turned. Even these sounds blend seamlessly into the train's rhythm, adding to the sense of calm that fills the space. Your gaze shifts to the window once more. The moon hangs low, its light cascading across the land like a gentle tide. Its silver glow accentuates every detail, the rolling curves of distant hills, the glint of water in a hidden stream, the darkened outlines of barns and fences. Above, the stars seem impossibly bright, their light uninterrupted by the artificial glow of cities. You find yourself drawn into their vastness, captivated by the sheer expanse of the night sky. As the train carries you farther into the countryside, the scenery becomes almost dreamlike. The motion of the train transforms everything outside the window into a flowing tableau, a seamless blend of light and shadow. Trees and fields blur together, their forms softened into a quiet symphony of movement. In the distance, you catch glimpses of rivers winding their way through the landscape, their surfaces shimmering under the moonlight like ribbons of liquid silver. Inside the carriage, the hum of the train creates a sanctuary of sound. The rhythmic click-clack of the wheels on the rails forms a steady, soothing pulse. Occasionally, the whistle pierces the night, a long, mournful note that echoes across the stillness, as though the train itself is calling out to the world. These sounds, combined with the gentle rustle of leaves as the train glides past, create a symphony that feels both timeless and deeply personal. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the motion and sound wash over you. The stresses of the day seem to dissolve, carried away by the train's forward momentum. Your breathing slows, matching the rhythm of the journey. With each passing mile, you feel lighter, as though the train is not just moving through the countryside, but also carrying you away from the weight of your thoughts. Opening your eyes, you notice the subtle details around you. The carriage feels alive with quiet energy. A child sits a few rows away, their small hands pressed against the window as they watch the world rush by. An older man adjusts his scarf, settling into his seat with a contented sigh. Nearby, a woman softly hums to herself, her face illuminated by the warm glow of her reading lamp. Each passenger adds to the atmosphere of the journey, their presence weaving together a tapestry of calm and introspection. As the train continues its journey, the countryside grows wilder. The open fields give way to dense forests, their towering trees creating dark, intricate patterns against the sky. The occasional flicker of a deer or the flutter of an owl reminds you of the life that thrives in these hidden places. The train seems to move in harmony with the natural world, its path a thread through the fabric of the night. Your thoughts drift, carried along by the rhythm of the train. Memories surface, moments of joy, of wonder, of quiet reflection. They come and go like passing clouds, each one lingering just long enough to leave an impression before dissolving into the rhythm of the journey. The train feels like a vessel not just through space, but through time, connecting you to the past, present, and future all at once. Outside, the moon begins its slow descent,
casting long shadows across the land. The stars, steadfast in their brilliance, seem to guide the train forward, their light a constant companion on the journey. The landscape grows quieter, more mysterious, as though it too is settling into the stillness of the night. You rest your head against the window, feeling the cool glass beneath your cheek. The gentle sway of the carriage and the steady hum of the engine create a sense of weightlessness, as if you are floating through the night. The train becomes more than a mode of transport. It is a refuge, a sanctuary, a place where time slows and the world outside feels distant. As the journey stretches on, you feel a deep sense of peace settle over you. The train's rhythm, the glow of the cabin, the beauty of the night, all of it blends into a perfect harmony. In this moment, there is nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. The journey itself is the destination, a rare chance to simply exist in the present and be carried forward by the steady, soothing motion of the train. With each passing mile, the noise of the world fades further away, replaced by the quiet assurance of the journey. You are not just traveling through the countryside, you are traveling into yourself, finding a stillness and peace that feels both familiar and new. The train rocks gently, its motion like a lullaby, carrying you closer to the serenity of the night. As the night deepens, you let yourself drift, lulled by the comforting rhythm of the journey. This is your time, a gentle escape into the heart of the countryside, where the worries of the day are left behind, and the beauty of the night carries you forward into a world of calm and wonder. As the train continues its rhythmic journey through the night, a quiet curiosity stirs within you. There's something about the shared experience of travel that beckons exploration, not just of the scenery, but of the people around you. Deciding to stretch your legs and perhaps uncover a few stories along the way, you rise from your seat and begin a leisurely walk through the softly lit carriage. The gentle hum of conversation mingles with the occasional burst of laughter, creating an ambience that feels both intimate and inviting. Passengers are engaged in their own worlds, some immersed in books, others gazing out at the moonlit countryside. Yet, despite their individual journeys, there's a palpable sense of connection in the air, as though the train has united everyone in this shared moment of quiet magic. Not far from your seat, an elderly woman catches your attention. She sits comfortably by the window, her hands moving deftly with a pair of knitting needles. Strands of yarn flow through her fingers like threads of a story, their vibrant colors forming patterns that seem as intricate as her life must be. Her silver hair is neatly pinned back, and her kind eyes, framed by delicate wire glasses, glimmer in the golden glow of the cabin light. Sensing your gaze, she looks up and offers a warm smile. "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" she says, her voice tinged with both wisdom and warmth. Encouraged by her friendliness, you take the seat across from her. In no time, she begins to share stories from her youth, her words painting vivid pictures of a life filled with adventure. She recounts Parisian summers spent wandering art galleries and sipping coffee in bustling cafes. She describes misty mornings in the Scottish Highlands, where the air was so crisp it felt alive, and afternoons lost in the labyrinthine streets of Venice. Her eyes sparkle with nostalgia as she recalls marketplaces in Morocco, their air heavy with the scent of spices and vibrant with color, or the time a cheeky monkey in India made off with her hat. Each tale is infused with laughter and a sense of wonder
that makes you feel as though you're right there with her. Travel keeps the heart young, she says, pausing her knitting to gesture toward the window, where the countryside rushes by in a blur of shadows and moonlight. Her words resonate deeply, the simplicity of her truth aligning perfectly with the rhythm of the journey. For a moment, the motion of the train and the cadence of her voice become one, lulling you into a sense of comfort and kinship. After bidding her a warm good night, you continue your stroll through the carriage, drawn toward the sound of lively chatter at the far end. There, a group of young adults is gathered around a small table, a deck of cards spread out between them. Their laughter fills the air, punctuated by mock protests and good-natured teasing over cleverly played moves. One of them, a young man with an infectious grin, notices you watching and waves you over. "Care to join?" he asks, his tone lighthearted. Though you decline the invitation, you linger for a moment, captivated by the energy of their camaraderie. Their shared joy is magnetic, a reminder of the simple pleasures found in good company and a well-timed joke. As you continue down the aisle, you come across a father and daughter seated together. The little girl, no older than 8, is nestled under a blanket, her head resting on her father's arm. She's pointing out stars through the window, her voice filled with wonder as she creates imaginary constellations. Her father listens intently, occasionally offering a soft chuckle or a quiet observation of his own. Their bond is palpable, and it brings a smile to your face. The purity of the moment, a child's fascination with the vastness of the universe, and a parent's quiet support, is a gentle reminder of the beauty found in small, shared experiences. Toward the middle of the train, a solitary traveler sits with a journal open before him. His pen moves steadily across the page, capturing thoughts that seem too urgent to wait. He pauses occasionally to glance out the window, his expression contemplative, as though drawing inspiration from the night itself. Though you don't disturb him, you're struck by the quiet intensity of his focus, a testament to the introspective magic that journeys like this often inspire. Finally, you return to your seat, feeling a renewed sense of connection, not only to your fellow passengers, but to the journey itself. Each interaction, each glimpse into another person's world, has added depth to the experience. The train, with its steady rhythm and shared moments, feels less like a means of transportation and more like a vessel carrying stories, dreams, and fleeting yet meaningful connections. As the countryside continues to blur past the window, you lean back, reflecting on the people you've met. Each one, in their own way, has brought something to this journey, a touch of wisdom, a burst of joy, a moment of quiet wonder. And as the train rocks gently onward, you feel grateful to be part of it all, carried together into the heart of the night. As the train ventures deeper into the heart of the countryside, you find yourself irresistibly drawn to the window. The world outside is a canvas painted by the soft hand of night, its beauty quiet and unassuming, yet utterly captivating. The moon hangs high in the sky, a silvery sentinel casting its gentle glow over the rolling hills and shadowed valleys. Under its light, even the simplest of landscapes are transformed into scenes of serene wonder. The train glides effortlessly through this dreamlike world, its rhythmic motion synchronizing perfectly with the tranquility of the night. Below, a small river snakes through the valley, its surface shimmering like a ribbon of liquid silver. The moonlight plays upon the water, each ripple catching the light in a fleeting dance. It's as though the stars themselves have descended to the earth, their brilliance mirrored in the river's gentle flow. Every so often, the train's path takes it near clusters of trees. Their silhouettes rise like shadowy sentinels against the night sky, their branches weaving intricate patterns that seem to stretch toward the heavens. The occasional rustle of leaves or the soft cry of a nocturnal bird adds texture to the stillness, a reminder that the countryside is alive, even in the quietest hours. In the distance, hills roll gently into one another, their undulating forms shrouded in mist. The moonlight filters through the haze, creating an otherworldly glow that softens the edges of the terrain. Occasionally, a solitary farmhouse emerges from the shadows, its windows glowing faintly with the promise of warmth and shelter. These fleeting glimpses of life are like whispers in the silence, grounding you in the knowledge that even in the vastness of the night, humanity is never far away. The stars overhead are impossibly bright, their light scattered across the sky like a painter's delicate brushstrokes. They seem to twinkle in unison with the rhythm of the train, each one a tiny beacon of hope and wonder. You feel a profound sense of connection to the cosmos, as though the stars are guiding the train on its journey through this quiet, magical world.
A cool breeze finds its way into the carriage as you crack the window slightly, carrying with it the earthy scent of damp grass and fresh pine. It mingles with the faint hum of the engine and the soft clatter of wheels on the track, creating a symphony of sound that is both soothing and grounding. The train glides past a small lake, its glassy surface reflecting the moon and stars with such clarity that it feels like a portal to another world. The stillness of the water is mesmerizing, its surface unbroken, save for the occasional ripple caused by a gentle breeze or the faint splash of a fish. You imagine standing at its edge, the cool water lapping at your feet, and feel a pang of longing for the simplicity of such moments. As the train rounds a bend, a vast open field comes into view, its grasses swaying gently in the night air. Fireflies dart among the stalks, their tiny lights flickering like earthbound stars. The scene is enchanting, a reminder of the beauty that exists in even the smallest corners of the world. You lean back in your seat, unable to tear your eyes away from the window. Each passing moment brings a new wonder, a new detail to admire. The journey feels like a gift, a chance to witness the world in its most peaceful and untouched state. The nightscape, with its rolling hills, shimmering rivers, and endless skies, is not just a backdrop to your journey. It is a story, a quiet yet profound narrative of nature's beauty and the simple joy of being present to witness it. As the train carries you farther into the night, you feel a deep sense of gratitude for this experience. The world outside is a reminder of life's quiet moments of magic, the ones we often overlook in the rush of the day. Tonight, the beauty of the nightscape is yours to savor, a timeless treasure carried along by the steady rhythm of the train. The train continues its steady journey through the quiet night, a comforting rhythm that feels almost timeless. The soft hum of the engine blends seamlessly with the gentle click-clack of the wheels on the tracks, forming a soothing symphony that echoes the tranquility of the landscape. It's a sound that seems to resonate deep within, as if the train itself is carrying you not just through space, but into a state of peaceful introspection. Inside the carriage, the golden glow of the lights casts a warm, inviting atmosphere. The plush seats feel like an embrace, their softness encouraging you to sink deeper into relaxation. Around you, fellow travelers have settled into their own peaceful moments. Some quietly reading, others gazing out the window, lost in thought. The gentle murmur of conversation fades into the background, blending with the comforting sounds of the journey. Outside the window, the countryside has transformed into a dreamlike panorama. The moon hangs high, its silvery light painting the rolling hills and fields with an ethereal glow. The once distant horizon now feels closer, softened by the tender embrace of the night. Stars twinkle like scattered diamonds, their brilliance undimmed by the darkness, creating a sense of infinite possibility.
As the train glides onward, the world outside begins to fade into a peaceful blur. The silhouettes of trees and hills blend together, forming an abstract tapestry of shadow and light. Occasionally, a solitary farmhouse appears, its glowing windows offering a fleeting glimpse of life amidst the stillness. These moments feel like whispers from the world outside, subtle reminders of the connections that tie us all together. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the motion of the train and the tranquility of the scene wash over you. The stresses of the day feel distant now, as if the train has carried them far behind. Each breath comes more easily, each thought softer and lighter. It's as if the rhythm of the tracks has aligned with your own heartbeat, guiding you gently toward a state of complete relaxation. Leaning back in your seat, you reflect on the journey so far. The stories of fellow travelers, the beauty of the nightscape, and the simple joy of being present have all left their mark. Each moment, no matter how small, has contributed to a sense of peace that feels both profound and enduring. The stars outside seem brighter now, their light cascading through the window like a quiet blessing. You imagine them as tiny guides, illuminating the train's path through the darkness. Their steady glow is a reminder of the constancy of nature, of the rhythms and cycles that connect us all. It's a comforting thought, one that deepens your sense of connection to the world around you. The train begins to slow slightly as it approaches a gentle curve in the tracks. The motion shifts, becoming more deliberate, as if the journey itself is winding down. You feel a subtle change in the air, a deeper stillness, a quiet that seems to invite rest. It's as if the train knows this is your time to let go completely, and to surrender to the serenity it has created. You take one last look out the window, watching as the landscape continues to unfold. The moonlight dances on the surface of a distant lake, its shimmering reflection like a portal to another world. The trees sway gently in the night breeze, their movements graceful and unhurried. Everything outside seems to exist in perfect harmony, a balance that mirrors the calm within you. Closing your eyes again, you allow yourself to be carried by the train's rhythm. The sounds of the journey, the hum of the engine, the soft whistle in the distance, the gentle rustle of leaves merge into a lullaby. Each sound is a thread in a tapestry of peace, weaving together a moment that feels timeless and infinite. In this quiet space, your mind drifts. Memories surface, each one softened by the glow of nostalgia. Dreams begin to take shape, their edges blurred yet vivid. The boundaries between thought and feeling dissolve, leaving only a sense of contentment. It's a rare and precious state, one that feels like a gift from the journey itself. As sleep begins to take hold, you feel a deep gratitude for this experience. The train, with its steady motion and serene ambiance, has provided more than just transportation. It has offered a space for reflection, for connection, for peace. It's a reminder of the beauty found in life's simplest moments, the ones that so often pass unnoticed. In your final moments of wakefulness, you think of the people who have shared this journey with you. The elderly woman with her stories of adventure, the laughter of the card players, the father and daughter marveling at the stars. Each interaction, each fleeting connection has enriched the experience, adding depth and meaning to the journey. As the train carries you deeper into the night, you surrender fully to its rhythm. The world outside fades away, replaced by the quiet comfort of the present moment. Your breathing slows, your thoughts dissolve, and a warm sense of serenity envelops you. Thank you for joining me tonight on this tranquil journey. I hope these moments of calm and reflection brought you a sense of peace and escape. If this story has helped you unwind and relax, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more relaxing bedtime adventures. Share it with someone you think might also enjoy this peaceful retreat, and together we can create more moments of serenity. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time. Until then, may your nights be filled with calm and your dreams as beautiful as the journey we've shared tonight.